Okay, so let's study the last iteration of this case. So let's go back to V2 version. So in your ROMesh serial or parallel, whatever, let's go back to V2. And in V2, the only thing that we're going to do is this comment, erase this comment actually here. And I want just to put this one debug flags mesh. So it's going to write a lot of intermediate steps. It's going to give you more information, and also you have more stuff also here, intersections and so on. This is for boundary layer. Okay, so you get a lot more. So let's put this too, and we're going to run this case that is relatively fast. Let's see what happens now. So basically what we want to do is just run all these steps. So this is debug mode. Okay, nothing new. And this will give you more information. So save the log file and analyze everything. It can give you a lot. You know, you can learn a lot by running in this mode. Okay, so we have a mesh. So as you see, it's a little bit more slower because you're saving a lot of, but also the verbosity is very high. It's giving you a lot of information, so you can just look at there, analyze that. But also, it is going to save all these folders. In each one, you're going to have a different step of the iterative process, how the mesh is generated. So then you can open and do the animation. It will save object files and so on. So this is very rich in information. So if you want to go into details here, or dip into the rabbit hole, just take a look at this file. Okay, I can't guarantee that it's easy to understand, but yeah, I get you will get there as you start to trace back and to relate some keywords with some metrics, and yeah, you will also need to link to the source code to know the functions, the check mention where everything is done. So, but you can learn a lot. I don't recommend you to do it because I think I gave you all the tricks, so I am saving this time. You are saving time by following this trick. So now if I come here, let me open a state. This one is okay. We have this. Let me go this view. Let me put it bam, 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 like this. And now, if you press play, you see here. You start to see how edges are captured. So I don't want this. And let me start. So first, everything is full. Oops, I went there. Opposite. Okay. Edges are captured. Boom, and you have this step. So after, so here where everything the castellation. Here you will find the inside mesh point, and it will say we'll do it inside or outside. There you go. Still, this is not perfect. Actually, let me load the geometry. Open the geometry. The geometry. Where do I have the geometry here? Geometry. This one. Put it here. Then let me check the color. Like a green and transparency. Okay. And press play, and there you go. So if still is not optimized, then there are some parameters, quality metrics, by the way. So there is some very specific quality metrics that is going to know how to remove, how to get the best uh, layer removal now for the Cartesian mesh. So it still is doing the stuff there, and there you go. So that is a very specific quality metric. Okay. And then here snapping, and see that all those iterations, know that when you have this snapping step, it's just basically to make it body fitted. And then it will iterate a lot until getting a good mesh. Then you see that we added here the refinement. In this case, we didn't add it, that region there, just to show that was some show boat in there. And there you go. This is what I wanted to go how the methods work. So after you have the snap mesh, then you go boundary layer. So basically, as you see, it's pushing away the mesh. Look at there. You push it away, and this is the problem that if you push it away too much, you start to have problems. Those cells start to get too close, or the measure tool is going to try now just to displace those nodes. So in this situation, it's not critical, but there are many situations, and probably many of you has experienced that you will see that problem. Probably here it might be a little bit critical. So you go, then add the boundary layer, and that's it. And actually in 2 steps. So it was very efficient in this case. It required only 2 steps to add the boundary layer. Okay. This and put it there, and that's it. So this is how you get, then you can save this and you do your animation, and that's all. Okay, so I think we are done with this case. Another nice case, a little bit more complicated, but this is it. You have 90% of my standard practices, so I think at this point you can do good meshes. And so far I think you were doing good meshes, but most of the people complain that boundary layer. So here you have your tricks. So thank you for your attention. See you next video. Bye.